Actually, if I could continue Hugo's train of thought there too, I'm hoping that not only are we going to see individuals who have to kind of perform online and warm up online within any given day. I just hope that as the season kind of progresses, that teams are going to be in that comfort zone and will be able to get into that comfort quicker. Like this is the third game for MIBR. I believe it's the fourth for 100 Thieves. So if the Brazilians just kind of needed to get the rust off in terms of online competition, then I'm hoping that they start to battle their way back from the bottom of the group where they currently stand.
Connor, I've got a question. Just straying away from the matchup into more personal here. When this series is all completed, when it's all said and done, when it's over and we're heading back home tonight, will you be joining us on the servers?
Listen, I have dodged you guys for a while now. I'm not gonna lie. I've been neck deep in Modern Warfare.
Excuses, you mean? Excuses.
No. Connor, you got this. You got this all wrong, buddy. We've been dodging you.
Oh, all right.
Jokes on you, pal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something all on its own there on the back. What's up?
I said we should play some games, guys.
Yeah, you willing to verbally commit in front of hundreds of thousands of people that you're going to play tonight?
Nice.
Maybe.
Get him out of here, Trace.
Speaking of hundreds of thousands of people, all of them eagerly typing start match, which is something I would love to do. We can run some stats here just so we can get a little bit more leeway into what our predictions are going to look like, which we're going to get to afterwards. These are statistics that are very wrong. And we're actually going to walk far away from this graphic. Everything that I've said about it has gone sideways.
Yeah,
so,
man, my
ninjas
favorite.
in pajamas.
Yeah,
Nice.
man, you got the ninjas in pajamas versus the ninjas in pajamas.
That's a lot of different pajamas. That's several pajamas. Let's start with the predictions. I want to actually kick it off with you, Hugo, and we'll end out on Connor at the end.
I have a feeling, Trace, for the first time in Pro League history, we are not going to not only have no split desk, we're going to have an entirely agreed desk.
A unanimous.
A unanimous desk. I couldn't think of the words. Yeah, I'm going to jump on the 100 Thieves train for this one. I think it's a safe one. I think it should be a 2-0. MIBR have looked really rough, and we haven't seen anything to suggest that they're going to turn it around.
Yeah, put me down with the Thieves as well. I'm joining their ranks. The Thieves Guild, my favorite one back in the Skyrim days. And that's where we want to find ourselves, I think. And I agree. I think a lot of us are going to be leaning that way. Trace, please prove us right.
All right, man. I guess this is the time where I have to say, yes, I do love Brazil. I do love everything that the MIBR project has brought together and the idea behind it. But right now, the firepower just isn't there. The fire isn't lit to me. So I'm going to go with the 100 Thieves. And, of course, also doing predictions with us, we also have Rushley sitting right next to Connor. Look how that's all kind of coming together. What is that all about?
Wait,
Connor's over there. Check it out.
We have a five-man desk right now. I'm not even sure how we've managed that.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm a big fan of Connor. I think he's a swell guy.
Yeah.
He has dodged a lot of games of us recently, but other than that, I love the fella. Look how cute he is back there.
Yeah, this is a five-man desk, but funnily enough, only one of us isn't getting paid. So I guess we know who the real loser is here, Connor.
Oh,
yeah. That's right.
That's something. Why do you even self-deprecate like that every time? You got to understand. Okay, Rushley, who do you got for a prediction?
Ooh, I feel it's 100 Thieves, right? Either they show up and they go big, or they show up and they don't do much. So I think for this one, I'm going to give it to MIBR. I think Fallen can lead the boys. I think KNG is going to get some sniper shots, and I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, I like that one. Hopefully that gets gift. What do you got down there on the end, Connor? You're pretty far away from us, but we can still hear you.
I'm at a distance, but I think it's safe to say this is a sea of thieves.
Okay.
No,
I think that's MIBR.
Yeah, I never played that. I've heard of that game. Okay, so yeah, it does seem like you are the odd one out, Rushley, and I actually understand that. Connor, I think now is the time where I let you go. I appreciate you joining us on here. You're a real good sport about it. We had your best bud over there in Launders the other day, and we appreciate having you as well, so perhaps we can do it again sometime.
I just want to say that I love you guys, I miss you guys, and thanks for having me on.
Adios, amigos.
Peace.
Cool.
See, how can you not love Connor? That's what you got to ask yourself.
Pretty cheerful lad.
Yeah, nice dude.
Yeah, and I find it a bit offensive that you said his best mate was Launders when everyone knows it's all of us. He just loves every guy out there, every girl as well, perhaps everything in between. He's a bit of a lover.
He's for the people.
Connor Gervin.
Nice. You know what also we love around here? Tech delays. There's a blue screen on the field right now. It's kind of like a yellow card, red card, blue screen.
Blue screen is
it's the gamer equivalent. Either way, we're looking at a PC for one of the players actually blue screening now, and that does create, obviously, non-existent start time. We would be going live right now. We'd actually probably already be into the pistol round. So, shouldn't be too much longer. We know what maps. We're going Train, we're going Inferno, we're going Dust 2. 100 Thieves picking that of Inferno. MIBR selecting Train first. We've gotten through predictions. We've gotten through this for the most part. But is there anything that we're missing? I mean, is there any players that we're expecting to come out of this one swinging right off the gates?
Yeah, you know, I think Gratisfaction's going to be a guy to really keep an eye on. You know, he's been delivering thus far for 100 Thieves throughout the Pro League. Yeah. I think watching him on Nuke especially has been probably my favorite treat of mine. I think he's going to be a man to keep an eye on because I think that duel between him and KNG is something that really is going to decide the outcome of this game. KNG is someone who's been stepping up for MIBR, but he's also had his couple of games where he's felt like he struggled early on. So I think if Gratisfaction comes into this game in good form and is able to kind of take the reins early in that AWP head-to-head, that's going to set 100 Thieves up nicely. So we need MIBR to come into this in good form, straight out the gate.
Yeah, and another person to talk about on MIBR is Mayan, right? We talked to both Taco and Fallen in pre- and post-match interviews so far when talking to MIBR, and both of them have explicitly said that Mayan has improved individually a whole lot. Now, of course, your teammates are going to say that, but, you know, I trust MIBR when they say this, when these legends say that this relatively inexperienced player, at least to this level, comparatively, has improved, and they are teaching him things that he needs to pick up moving into this kind of level of CS. So nice to see Mayan picking it up. He has been performing in the server. He has been the knight in shining armor at points for MIBR when no one else is around and about. So with Mayan performing here, there's a chance for MIBR to make things interesting, but I'm still going to lean the way of the 100 Thieves for this series at least.
And so long ago, the last time we saw these teams going head-to-head over at Star Series I-League Season 8, that was quite some time ago. I think that was
Belek?
In Belek, yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, several amounts of time have traversed since then, but now we find ourselves sort of at this crossroads where we have one team that is underperforming, we have another team that sometimes struggles with consistency, but now this is their opportunity to show themselves. There is no, hey, you know, we need to practice, go to events, we need to work through this, and we just need time. This is the place to show yourself.
I'm actually kind of glad that we have that, Trace. I'm glad that we no longer have the excuse of, oh, we have a hectic travel situation, we can't practice. It's like, and yes, that is a reasonable thing to say, of course, and many teams have gotten away with saying it. Ents are a great example of a team that bottomed off in the Pro League, but constantly said, oh, we haven't had time, we haven't had time. But no one has time, Trace. There is
If they give him too many 1v1s, this could spiral out of control, and they've given him the first, but now he's out of ammo, the Glock's got more, and KNG will lock in that kill, albeit gets a little bit dicey, still the pistol round for MIBR.
Yeah, starting things off on their map pick as well in the series. 100 Thieves picking the CT side, of course, of this map, as you would expect. We saw MIBR take on the likes of Furia on this map last night. That was really a banging series, honestly. They went 3 maps, it went the distance. It was MIBR's first map of Pro League so far. And, well, MIBR, they got 4 rounds. It wasn't the greatest of showings, and they were all on the T side as well in the first half. We're hoping for a little bit more from them today. And, well, the start is at least there. The pistol round locked in, and 100 Thieves on the force.
Yeah, JKS down here towards the ramp. Spots that first few players trying to get across. MIBR looking like they may just want to hit this B bomb site once again. And this is where, for 100 Thieves, they will rotate a second man round. For that player, you're looking at Gratisfaction moving from the connector to bolster this B site hold. Once again, JKS opting for the utility over armor in this round. He's looking to try and get some damage off with that nade. And this time, it's not anything to write home about. His shots will have to do the talking, and they don't. Gratisfaction over at the back of the site has players rotating in. He's trying to stay alive, and that is an effort that will be in vain. Fur doubling up, and this B-bomb site belongs to MIBR. It's looking like a clean conversion round here from the Brazilian squad as they put this second on the board.
I just can't believe that some of you would pick 100 Thieves over MIBR. It just truly does blow my mind. No, I'm kidding. It makes sense.
You picked 100 Thieves, Trace.
I'd say prove it, but we could.
Yeah, we actually could.
We have the VODs.
We got the receipts for that one, sir.
So I can take it back then.
Wait. Now, we've got the receipts,
Yeah,
so
you
there's
don't.
your problem.
It's a no refunds policy, Trace.
Oh, okay. Final sales are final. Sort of like that of the second round, where the buying power of MIBR are going to prove to be just too much for the 100 Thieves. Bomb plant. And, well, that does put us up to a third round of the game. 2-0 for MIBR currently. Just getting this party started.
And that's the thing, you know, I know it's only a 4 spy from 100 Thieves, but their success rate in that has been pretty damn good. And, you know, maybe some of that helps because they come up against Liquid, whose stats are pretty bad when it comes to that. They might still be sat down at 0%. They certainly were the other day. So, you know, actually overcoming 100 Thieves force is a pretty decent achievement early on, and it at least lets you get off to this 3-0 start, so long as everything goes according to plan in this round. But that can still be a very big if, especially with Jacob aggressing over here towards main. KNG is hidden in the corner. Oh, there's a player in Pop Dog now that he's spotted. The peek comes in from KNG, but Jacob's actually able to mop it up. He's looking for a bit more with the Deagle, and oh, he's going to deliver too. Jacob, that's the kind of heroics we needed for the rest of the Thieves to piece this round together now. Taco, Mayan, and Fur on the other side, and they do get close to the site. The bomb's looking to go down, but Gratisfaction is the nasty little surprise, hoping to upset the natural way of things. Not able to do so, of course, as Taco gets that frag, and now 3-on-3 with the bomb down. Fur's going to mop up JKS, so the danger's been dealt with by MIBR.
Yes, looks like a third round locked in. 100 Thieves have one man stuck inside of the site. And that is Liaz looking to escape throughout T-Con. They've actually swapped positions. They've gone all the way around. Azza has seen the bomb, but with no kit. And Taka coming in from the back line. This should still be the free kill that MIBR desire. It's only a tap, no time for the defuse. And Taka will win the round single-handedly there. It's going to be a third for MIBR.
Well then, and the AK recovered there for Fur.
Got to save that money.
A third for MIBR.
Nice.
That was a little bit of a stretch.
And they can afford a buy. 100 Thieves.
What?
And probably because of the good first school responsibility shown by 100 Thieves.
First school responsibilities, okay.
They're able to get the AWP out in this round now on Gratisfaction.
And of course, Guardian.
Ooh,
that was
nearly. Gratisfaction almost had the timing. MIBR going to go for this fast A play into the realms of Olaf they go, and Fur is able to long the fight out with Azza. Fallen puts up another in the meantime, and my goodness, this A bomb site This belongs to MIBR now. JKS has no choice but to accept the terms of this agreement, and that is that he is not allowed toward this side of the map. He's just going to try and hold on to this M4.
An unconditional forfeiture of property, they might say, Harry.
That's why you always read your contracts before you sign them, Trace.
Yeah, or, you know, kind of like the American way of doing things. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Well, that's what MIBR did on this outer yard. Fast kills results in a 4th on this T side, and with 5 alive, there's not much JKS can do about it.
No, not in any way, right? And he knows it. This is not the smart play. It's the only play in this situation. So MIBR getting off to a good start here on trade, and that's kind of what we wanted to see from them. We said they had to come out swinging from the gate, and that is exactly what they're doing now. Already throwing the economy of 100 Thieves into disarray. This poises them in a great spot to start to build upon this 4-0 lead. The 5th should be around the corner, but that's never a good sign. That match pause doesn't have a timer ticking down in it, and that means it's a technical pause, which means that we could be waiting here for just a little while. We're going to have to wait and see what the problem is.
Oh, boy. We're back at it again, guys.
Been here before.
Feels like we've been here before.
Don't want to say it's because I almost opened that umbrella inside.
You did open it inside.
You did walk under that ladder as well.
I actually do either of these things, but I still feel like we've been cursed today.
Connor, what are your thoughts on this?
Let's get Russian and do an impression of Connor.
So, guys, I really think that it's a sick game, and I'm really excited to see what MIBR get up to.
Thanks, Sean.
No worries.
All right. Well, that gave me a good old chuckle right there. Not quite an Omega lol, but more like a Kek W. There we go. That's the one.
Well, it has to be an eco for 100 Thieves regardless. The first rifle round doesn't go their way, so pistols and armor as MIBR. They're going to go 5-0 up T-side, guys. You got to remember this. This is mad. They're already, you know, got the same score that they got against Furia when they played this map last night. So sky's the limit right now from MIBR.
Speaking of the limit, they have reached theirs. MIBR do find themselves in a little bit of a ping deficit, so that is what we're currently waiting on.
Everyone's playing from the same state, at least, you know, from what I know.
They are. Everybody should be in the same
city.
city.
All in California, so hopefully they'll get sorted soon.
Hopefully. Either way, this is the ESL Pro League Season 11. We find ourselves in another technical pause brought to you in part by, well, who could sponsor tech pauses?
Oh, that's a good one. Because I feel like there's definitely a market there, right? You know, especially with us going back to online play.
Yeah, you'd actually probably get more than the tactical timeouts. It's more airtime than the US Air Force.
What if we tried to buy the slot?
Navy.
What if we tried to buy the slot?
What, sponsored by us?
What,
Yeah.
But we're already talking over it. We can say whatever we want.
We could just say we sponsor it
I
without
actually
sponsoring
I
it.
locked the doors of the studio. They can't come in and take our headsets off. We can,
Right,
we can
okay,
just
so
do what
now
we
is
want.
the time.
Trace.
Now's the time for us to spill everything.
Okay, do it, Harry.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's not actually much to say, really, is there?
The hot leaks that no one asked for.
Yeah, and there's not many of them. I don't hear much to do with Counter-Strike.
Well, I tell you what, if we are sponsoring this technical break, perhaps I also tell you that it's almost over. And in the meantime, we're going to take this one opportunity to plug one social media channel of your choice. Now, who do you pick, Hugo?
Well, out of us three?
You can plug any social media channel you want.
Well, I don't know why anyone would not be following the best observer that we have here at the Pro League. It is Rushly123456. He is the man that you need to follow. He's got all the camera angles, Trace.
I was wondering who you're talking about. Anyway, who do you got, Harry?
Oh, for me, it's got to be, you know, the best caster out there right now, Scrawny Gervin. That's at Scrawny CG. Don't know why I called him Scrawny Gervin instead of Connor Gervin. That was
Scrawny Gervin. What about you, Rushly?
You've got him on a half-name basis.
Do you have anybody that you want to plug via the socials during our technical timeout that we sponsored?
Just me, I think.
Wow. Well, thanks, Rush. You know, I guess I don't get the same service
Shout
back,
out to yourself.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
shout-outs
You
to
know,
me.
these-
Hope I do a good job, and let's get back into it. 10 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, let's do it. In that meantime, my shout out is all of you Twitch viewers out there, every single one of you typing all that nonsense into the Twitch chat. I love you. This is my shout out to you. And you can find me at Stunna on Twitter.
Oh, nice. Selling out.
Well, hang on, rather. Stunner's sold out, but 100 Thieves, they've bought on down. They've bought into this round only with a partial investment around this M4. And rather saddeningly, I thought that maybe we'd see something spicy with some nades exchanged in between main and trade. There's a lot of rhymes there, not intentional, but it did have that M4 player in the form of JKS get naded down to 12 points of health, literally to begin the round. So that's a bit of a heartbreaker for him. Fallen in the business of breaking hearts here of 100 Thieves fans as he starts to close the distance down towards Liaz. That smoke comes in, and that's enough to send MIBR away, at least for the time being.
Silence before the battle kicks off. And so far, it's just MIBR looking to find a little bit of ground to fight on. Good ground to fight on. Could be the difference maker. Sees a Molotov. Smoke's being used towards outside. Flash to follow it there as well for getting out in a Fury's pace. Running straight up there in towards that sandwich area. Doesn't need to find a kill though. It's KNG and MIBR. They're making quick work of this 100 Thieves defense. Jacob with something in the round. But that is about it thus far. Just Azar's left with a CZ. Fires 2 bullets. They know exactly where he is. Trying to get a jump spot going there on the bomb train. And ultimately, it's MIBR cleaning it up with his 4th one on the round. Good side from this Argentinian.
Yeah, just keeping it up. 5-0 for MIBR. The eco gets swept from underneath the 100 Thieves. But now it is do or die. Now it is buy time. You can't afford to keep letting these rounds deceive you if you are 100 Thieves. Even if this is the map pick of MIBR.
No more Jame time. Just buy time.
Yeah, Gratisfaction once again going to be returning on the AWP. I want to see this man now deliver the kind of performance we know he can. This round, maybe not the one for it, as he's headed over here towards B to help out JKS early on. 100 Thieves, very, very concerned about these B plays coming in. You can see JKS still floating around over towards ramp. Maybe they're going to try and set one of these players up to take some control in towards the upper tunnels. Both players starting to aggress and utility coming out over towards the A site. Definitely something we could see them look to throw in as this timer continues to tick on down. Because 100 Thieves, having 2 players so committed to B with no information is a little bit of a risk, perhaps. Especially considering how hot MIBR have looked over here towards the A bomb site. They smoke off Liaz. That's him cut out from Ivy. Almost. They've actually left a little gap for him to peek through. Now, surely they're going to be aware of this on the MIBR side. Myam is already looking to check it, and Liaz backs away. There's a smoke down, and MIBR, they go through it. That's something that Gratisfaction wasn't entirely ready for.
Yeah, he just missed the timing throwing that grenade. So now they're getting wrapped. This is weird. MIBR are about to completely catch 100 Thieves off guard, but that's a big kill. Jacob swivels on the spot and finds the shot. Does he know there's a second man in the sandwich? MIBR looking for a bite, and he gets the bullet in the back of the head. Teammate gone for Jacob as Azza is dropped in the pop dog. Mayan coming from above. Oh, he's missed his chance. Gratisfaction knows where he is. The leg shot, though, and Taco assists. It's a 2-on-2, and MIBR have made things interesting, but they've got to get the bomb. There's 8 seconds left. Liaz just needs to stay alive, and he's won the round. That'll do.
Yeah, I mean, just anyone, really. Didn't have to be Liaz, I guess.
I assumed he would, but...
JKS is the one to do it. And yeah, Liaz going down, a little bit unfortunate. Means another weapon has to be reinvested into for 100 Thieves. And that's never ideal because that was their first round victory on the board. So yeah, I mean, really, you could have done with holding on to that M4 if you're 100 Thieves. The implications pretty far-reaching. You know, if you imagine Liaz stays alive, he would have had enough money to drop an M4 over. He would have had one of his own. Suddenly you're in this situation now where you got 4 M4s in this round instead of just 2 of them and a FAMAS, which is... I mean, I would rather have the Scout or the MP9, truthfully, but let's see if Liaz can make that work. It's not actually that bad. I think people kind of oversell how garbage it is. It's just for $2,000. It's kind of...
It's like the angry Zeus noise.
Ah!
It's like a Minecraft mob.
Yeah, that
It's
actually,
like when you hit the zombies.
Wow. Let's see, because MIBR are about to enter the dungeon that is this B-bomb site. Well, they find a diamond in the rough. Or are they about to hit bedrock, baby? Let's go.
Oh, you've got far too many references.
10,000 hours on Minecraft, by the way. Let's see how this push prevails. Liaz looking up towards the rafters. Did he have it burst, or did he just...
I think he tried to switch it back. It was an accidental thing. JKS, in the meantime, no accident about it. Finds himself 3 kills, definitely keeping 100 Thieves in this round with 3 alive.
Ooh.
And now Grat just barely missing the timing with a scout shot. That's going to be a bomb plant for the side of MIBR, and it's now up to Fur and Fallen to defend it.
Yeah, they don't know where Fur is, though. Fallen's gotten back behind the ramp, but they're looking for Fur. He's pushed up in the site. Jacob does get him coming out of the spawn, saving his teammate's life from upper, and Fallen now down below. Needs to do it all, but Az has wrapped him back, and 100 Thieves will get a retake on the board. Second round here in a row for the Aussies. And MIBR, a nice try hitting Inner there, but it is going to get shut down by JKS. Big, heroic 3K on top of the Grey Train. Not letting him down without severe casualties. The building blocks are there for 100 Thieves, but so's the cash for MIBR. They can continue to buy up and make this one interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he might have accidentally clicked over there to the burst button, and that's... it could have been that fatal error, too, because... Well, guess what? He got killed immediately after. So, good on him. 100 Thieves secure round. Secure an AWP for Grat. Now he'll be able to take it into this one. Third can get out very quick yet again. He just tries to get out here towards at least E-Box, if not up Olaf. And with the way the 100 Thieves want to approach this outside hold, they're going to be playing up close. Azer's able to get himself inside a pop dog. Meanwhile, Fur creeping on up. Might have a shot here on that Ivy player note. They are aware. Now that they know that Fur is out this far, he's all the way up to the bomb train. They can plan around accordingly. Ball and Taco grabbing 2. Meanwhile, there's just 2 players left inside of MIBR.
Ringing the bell, but Fallen looking for heads, and he will find another. Gratisfaction gone. Liaz pushed out with a molly. Didn't realize Fallen was right below him. The gun model potentially blocking his view, and JKS will block Fallen from this round, including Taco as well. 2 for the price of 1. It's a third for 100 Thieves.
Oh, and a US Air Force tactical timeout called in by MIBR. They're not happy with this little resurgence that's being felt from the Thieves right now. MIBR on a 3-map losing streak playing Train. They've lost to Furia, Chaos, and Ents. Now, I've also rummaged around on the line, and I saw a tweet from Carrigan. Now, he actually lets us deep dive into his personal life a bit here. He just wanted to let us all know that he wasn't a classic nerdy computer kid in school. He was actually one of the ones to get a girlfriend first, and a very social person. Typical for me is that I'm
very determined. Did you keep? What's after that? I can't see the rest. Could you just
Eagle Spielkarten?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, you're doing good. Oh, I hope you memorized it, Trace. You want to put it on the closing segment of that one.
Spielkarten.
Well, we all know how it goes. We've seen it before.
And again. And again.
And now, in this round, are we going to see another one? Again, on the board for 100 Thieves. They do take some early damage onto Gratisfaction, and that's enough to deter him from peeking over towards those B halls. He goes back and tries to reconvene with the boys over here at the A site.
Nades up Ivy. Fallen trying to sell a fake, but he will fall back and grab the bomb. Going back towards an outer hit for MIBR with an Ivy lurk in the form of KNG. Fallen taking the AWP over KNG in the T side of this half. See if that continues.
Yeah, I'd be wondering to see if they pick to do that at the same time. over in the second half play when they switch over to CT.
I'd imagine not, right? KNG's a very aggressive, versatile CT AWPer on this map. Of course, Fallen, a lot of those things as well. So, you know, that's a cool thing about MIBR. It doesn't really matter. You know, whoever's feeling it or whoever's playing in the right role or position can take the AWP. And I like that they move it around. I like that it's not always just on one man because, you know, Fallen, he can use that gun as well. We know what he can do. Already fights going down. Lias and KNG getting painted up. Jacob going to drop the AWP. Damn. And everyone else with it. 3 kills on the spray. It's not just JKS who can get a triple. Jacob will join him. And Fur, he'll try and pull something out of this round, but it's more likely he's going down. 25 seconds, and there it is. JKS will close that one for 100 Thieves. 4 in a row. MIBR probably getting a little bit worried here.
Yeah. Jacob, that's a big hold there from E-Box. He just shuts down this round well on his own. So, 100 Thieves seemingly having good responses here. You got to wonder what was talked about during these timeouts. Really W'ing it down Olaf right there.
Yeah, we see that, you know, quite a common idea now. You know, you just throw in a sandwich smoke, a flashbang, you try and get a guy to get out ahead of the CT Molotov, and usually it works pretty well. Fallen gets kind of blindsided by the player playing sandwich there, and that's why often you throw it in combination, you know, with the sandwich smoke to stop something like that going down. He actually got caught with the utility out, so Fallen, already removed, doesn't get a chance to demonstrate any heroics in this round. That's because Jacob is not prepared to let him do anything. And another kill comes through for Azza. It is just the slow mop-up here for 100 Thieves.
Well then.
As it should be. This is exactly what should have come of this round. And if they're able to take it cleanly, all right, maybe not cleanly, maybe with 4, that's fine. You know, you've made money over on the CT side, and that's what you are hoping for. You can drop over to Jacob, and everyone else is looking perfect now over on this CT side. 5 in a row for 100 Thieves in response to the 5 in a row for MIBR. Eventually, there's got to be a time where MIBR get back on this board. And with a buy coming back in, this could be the round.
Gratisfaction still not up. A force to be reckoned with. Where will he go with it? Let's follow him, shall we? Call this the story of Gratisfaction. And look at that. He's going Ivy. Gonna run towards the Molotov and go over the peak. Gets caught in a little bit, tries to get out of there. And boy, that gets a little scary. A little hot as well.
Yeah, he heard the molly. He knew it was there, but he still wanted to take a shot, you know, rather than just completely falling off and giving MIBR the room. And he actually hits KNG through the wall. So fair enough, good damage, but he takes a lot as well. Luckily, it's on the AWP. That molly actually forces a player back up the pot dog, and he takes this goblin tier angle I've seen in a while to watch it. Let's just give that one another look. Oh, he's off it. He's off it. But yeah, nice little pixel gap there anyway. MIBR again setting up slow, taking that late Ivy control, leaving KNG in position. It's all the standard start to a traditional default here for MIBR. They're going to be hitting the outer sight. Now the problem here, honestly, has been the lack of flashbangs. Utility's not been very good, and we've seen these Kriegs just mow down multiple players. MIBR setting up utility, but we better see some good flashbangs here, or they are going to walk into a hailstorm.
Looks like the set piece. They're going to throw nades outside. Did they commit to outside? They do have this player in Ivy.
Yeah, and that's something, you know, you see this set up on Train a lot, but I think it's got a lot of potential to go wrong, and especially if that kill doesn't go the way of 100 Thieves. Because now Gratisfaction is out on his own little island, but they do present themselves, not quite able to chain together that kill onto Fur. Azza tries to come in, and a great flash from JKS helps out there. The double kill, leaving Fur in the 1v2. Bomb ticking away, and he's going to disengage, try and hide behind the trains and put some lines between him and 100 Thieves. Every second he wastes is to his favor. They tap the bomb, they try and draw the peak, and Fur sneaking around. Does manage to get the first onto Jacob, now still hidden, and JKS can't do anything to force this fight. He either needs to stick it or get the kill now, and it doesn't come through. Fur, you see there why we regard this man as the man to watch for MIBR.
The playmaker.
And he delivers in that clutch. He still looks so good for MIBR. Yeah. He has been like a real, you know, light in the dark in that sense for this team, right? Like one person who's looked very, very consistent and is always good in those situations, right? Where it's just him on his own and it's all about him reading the game, right? Playing by his own rules. And Fur looks so comfortable in them. A 6th round for MIBR and a US Air Force tactical timeout called in immediately on the back of it.
Probably a lot to think about going forward. You are reaching the latter stages of this first half. In a game that is neck and neck.
Split right down the middle, as some might say. Some being Hugo Byron.
That's R-U-S-S-E single L.
Yeah.
For booking his flight, that is.
That does happen quite a lot.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this game is already pretty close. Is it going to get closer?
By that, do you mean our 100 Thieves going to win this round? Well, yes, sure, Trace. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
How do you guys not know the answer to this?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't know. It's almost like every round is different.
I've looked into my crystal ball. I've shaken my magic 8 ball around.
Nice.
And
what to tell you?
There's just a bunch of question marks in it. So it's broken and we need a new one. Rush, what do you think? Just a yes or a no will suffice?
Yes.
There we go. Thank you very much, Rush. That
Yes
is
to what?
his take on this whole situation.
Yes to what?
Yes, indeed. And now they stack up outside of the B site. JKS here again. Once again, a time to shine for this man. Hasn't had any of his fabled frantic B holds just yet, but this could be the round. JKS, not the round. Taco deals with him almost straight away. Doesn't even break a sweat. Gratisfaction tries to get away with the AWP, and try is the operative word. Not the man you want to get the kill either. KNG is going to get his hands on that AWP now, and it's the 3-man save for 100 Thieves. MIBR, they'll take a 7th round. They let 100 Thieves come back in with 5 in a row, but now that they've got these weapons in full force, everything's coming up MIBR.
This position for Fur, man, this lurk. He walked out T-Con after the bomb went down. MIBR, if that BXQ didn't go well for them, Fur would have been on an island.
Well, something else that I kind of love, right, is you think about how this game is shaped up this far, right? MIBR, they went to B quite a lot early on when they got that first 5-round streak. Then 100 Thieves started playing Gratisfaction and JKS over towards B. MIBR went for that 5 rounds pretty much in a row, trying to take over towards the A-bomb site, right? And so in that round there, we see Gratisfaction isn't actually on B. And I think that's because 100 Thieves have been so used to these A-side plays coming in that they keep him towards outside and leave JKS alone. Sure, he was playing the connector for the fast rotation, but as we saw, it was not fast enough. So MIBR doing a really good job of using the tendencies that they've shown, kind of getting in the head of 100 Thieves. And that'll put that 7th round up on the board.
The Double J's with an identical 1.2 rating in their 8 maps of EPL Season 11. Yeah, that's no surprise to hear because these guys have been stellar when seeing the 100 Thieves games. I think back to some of these ramp holds on Nuke for JKS where you typically would see a player go for a shot, throw a nade, fall down to B. JKS will just hang around and get 3 headshots and then fall down to B and then come back up and kill the 4th. So it's a real nuisance. But right now, 100 Thieves are being put to the test. MIBR with 7 T rounds to show.
Yeah, JKS goes 60 and 46 against EG the other night, so that might have been what you're talking about there. They played Nuke on their last map. He goes something like 23 and 9. So yeah, JKS certainly one of the players to watch. And sometimes even the game changer here for the 100 Thieves.
Well, they would love to change this game around because MIBR have done their T-side, great justice, great duty. They could lose every round of the half now and still be absolutely fine, but I don't think they've got that in the strat book. We'll have to wait and see.
It's in the very, very, very back pages.
When all else fails.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, with this rifle round for 100 Thieves, they have made a good call. We'll see if MIBR fall for it. They've got everyone in the box halls right now. 3 players at least and that bomb. If they execute into inner here, this could get nasty. There's 3 rifles, 2 pistols. It's not a full buy for 100 Thieves, just working off of this save, hoping these minimal weapons can do everything.
Oh, and if this play comes in, they certainly could. Down they go, and it's even trades across the board. Liaz, still an unknown entity here. Fallen will delete him. Gratisfaction with the USP. And a 1v2 to find.
Yeah, you're not going to win that fight. Fallen knew where he was and will win it the second time around. Only a USP on Grat.
I like the decision to just take the fight straight up as well from Fallen. I think that's great. You know, you don't let Gratisfaction get a weapon. You don't let him do anything, right? You just take the fight while he's only armed with that USP. Because if they put the bomb down, right, there's a chance he can retrieve one of those M4s. And then at that point, if he saves it, that's good for 100 Thieves. And he's got something to give the clutch a go with. So yeah, Fallen just takes the fight straight up. Now, investment back in for 100 Thieves. And we will see M4s all across the board. I feel like we're back like 2 years ago when the meta was okay.
Well, that's because they haven't picked up any Kriegs yet. But there's always time. 2 rounds left of the half, this being the first. Flash up Ivy, Liaz is pushed on, ready through the smoke they go, and oh dear, it's a mess. It's a slaughter for Liaz. 3 kills, all picked up. Fur is deep in the site. He's been lurking out Tikon to great effect, but Liaz will shut him down in this round, looking for an ace that Azza might steal instead. The pre-fire, the crab walk comes through.
How many times has Azza stolen aces now? I feel like this is like the 4th time for 100 Thieves. He doesn't like giving them away. And, you know, with good reason. He wants those stats for himself. He's been putting up some pretty impressive numbers for this 100 Thieves squad. 6 to 8 now and a chance to split the half here for 100 Thieves. Great stuff from Liaz.
Yeah,
I would be optimistic on this one. I like the idea from Fallen. Screw it, you know, just go for the jump and AWP shot, but it doesn't happen. And
I'd
now
like to see them wait out the smoke.
Yeah. Now, AWP over in the hands of KNG. The only man coming into this round that's limited is Fur. And that's because they opted to put the AWP over in Fallen's hands. Could have jiggled the money around to get Fur something. They want to get some use out of these double AWPs. Setting up outside of B early on. JKS is here. Will it be another mow down? This time it's only 1 kill presented. Gratisfaction was here over towards B early. Been trained to worry about that, so Grat, can he lay down the pain train anytime soon? He's spotting into the bomb site. No one's going to give him a fight. The nade goes in and finds a bit of damage along with the Molotov. That forces these players to take a few fights. And Fallen over here at the back of the train, not pressured just yet. KNG is even wrapping round. Now the AWP definitely not ideal for this kind of position. KNG, bit of a physician, gonna try and provide the remedy here to the round for MIBR, but it doesn't come through. It's all on Fur with a Galil over in upper. They tap on the bomb, he hides in the smoke, but he can't find Gratisfaction. The defuse comes in, and 100 Thieves get themselves a 7th round right at the end of the half. We are neck and neck. MIBR leading with 1 round, but a pistol round could decide everything here over on Train. Join us after a quick break to see how that second half goes down.
While I count that in my winnings, we take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, not everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Embrace your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energy. Pull yourself back together, been staying off track forever. Child of the nation, go seek redemption, time for salvation.
going to see the 100 Thieves switch it on over to the T side.
Yeah, MIBR leading after the T half of Train. It's not very often you say or see that, but it is what we've got on our screens. 100 Thieves have a huge comeback to mount on this T side. But if there was any team up for the job, Smoke, Molly on Azza for the post plant, you can imagine, or just to throw towards connector. It depends where this smoke does go. That could be down the ramp as well. MIBR, they see nothing come out of yard, and they are going to contact walk into T-Con. Flash is there, and no one else is. 100 Thieves, they've foregone this position. They're going to hit inner, and MIBR should be rotating off the back of this info, and they've already got 2 players here with more in the wings.
Yeah, you can see just how far it was that Fallen pushed up after they got that info. Liaz with the first kill, the opening kill of this pissed round on to Taka with his block, and Fallen is right next to him. They're going to be joining each other, waiting for the next round to begin. And with a bomb plant here from the 100 Thieves, not too many kills coming in from the side of MIBR. This one could be all she wrote. They're just trying to spread it out, though, in the back line, see if they can find a shot.
Yeah, it could have got dangerous, but that smoke has just saved Gratisfaction's life. It's given him a veil to hide behind his MIBR denied entrance back into B. Gratisfaction should have this kill, and KNG, well, 2 points of health. Nice shot, but now his position's been given up, and they should be able to overwhelm him.
Yeah, this is a pistol round for 100 Thieves. They're going to tie this one up nice and early, and that's the start we wanted for them over on this T side. This game down to the wire. Now, can they find this conversion? Are they going to deal with KNG? Not quite. He's able to get away with the armor, and that's actually all right, considering now he could stick a pistol behind this if they decide to force. He's kept some extra money to go for that AWP nice and early. You can see the GG bet odds. Still edging this one over in favor of 100 Thieves, and I think that's fair enough, considering what we've seen from both of these squads thus far. But MIBR have certainly come in today looking hot, looking more confident in the server. And so I think if there ever was a time for MIBR to surprise, it's now. In this round, though, the scout of KNG gets tagged down very, very low early on, thanks to JKS Krieg Rush main. There's a lot of players there, and he's not able to land a killing blow. That nade looked like it could have done something, but not enough. KNG will remove Jacob, thanks to the nade damage that Fallen did. Right now, all the kills after the fact have gone in favor of 100 Thieves. That is until that kill there from Third. Akko's nade finds one, but thankfully, JKS and Azza have pulled this back to a 2v2. Now, KNG was tagged up earlier on in the round by JKS. So he's on 7 points of health as he tries to navigate the murky waters that is this clutch.
Yeah, that 7 points of health is not going to help. Does hear them planning on the other side of the bomb site. Excuse me, the bomb train, rather. Now just Azza and JKS in the post plant. KNG finding room all the way out to E-box. No one's going to be there to meet him just yet. Peeking back up towards Ivy. Spots a player there in old health. It's not going to matter. Azza on the case, getting it done. 9-8. 100 Thieves are pulling away with a lead as it is. Still got a long way to go.
Yeah, not done with the anti-ecos, though. MIBR is still poor, so we have to wait for 10 rounds, as we can only see max pistols and light kev. Not too interesting to say, at the very least. So 10 rounds, almost guaranteed.
So let's see if 100 Thieves can win the little round with the big guns.
Certainly a little round. MIBR at least made that force by close. I mean, they had the advantage at one point in time, but this one is not going to be anywhere near as clean cut. Gratisfaction, oh dear, it's getting scary. Liaz does have support though, and the spray is good. Everyone mopping up frags. Only a single death coming from the PT-50 of Fur.
Yeah, interesting call there. Would love to see that one work out, though. It does seem like a pretty fun strat.
Everyone on top of the train. I mean, yeah, if they don't come out Pop Dog, that's a lot better. If they run out T-Con, you know, staring towards Stopper and Sandwich, run through Olaf maybe. But no, 100 Thieves are ready for it. And now they've got to be ready for guns, because 2 AWPs coming out in the first buy round of this half. MIBR are armed to the teeth.
Yeah, they're going to try and make a statement with one of these AWPs early. KNG tries to go through that Molotov to find the kill and gets flashed in response. That's a nice bit of utility work over towards B, just in case an AWP or an M4 did try and go for that kind of peek. 100 Thieves, not to know it, but they did stop a kill coming in early, and they've done some damage as well. Fallen now with his AWP, looking down here towards Ivy. He's holding this from the back of Brown Trade. Flash in. All he gets is a sliver, but that's all he needs from this angle. How many more can he muster? Right now, repositions over into the bomb site. Ooh, he's still looking through this tiny little gap, and someone could be about to get caught. And indeed they are. Liaz gets shut down. Finally, the trade is found from Gratisfaction. MIBR still hidden over here in the Pop Dog, now makes his presence known as these rotations are coming in, and he's able to apply a tremendous amount of pressure here to these two players for 100 Thieves. Buys a bit of time for a man to get out through the connector. Further is trapped inside of this bomb site. They assemble a quick boost. They throw Taco up into it, but Gratisfaction swivels back around and deals with him over in the connector. Burr trying to cut this round in two, and he cuts down 100 Thieves while he's at it. MIBR, they'll get that 9th on the board, and once again, it's some real heroics from Fur to make it happen.
Yeah, and really good call, really good read there by Fur, too. Electing to go on top of the bomb train. It was JKS who was watching. As you see, he's going to get that kill first. Looks back towards the bomb train, and, well, Gratisfaction's obviously a little preoccupied with the plant and dealing with other players through connector, so good play by Fur, a good heads-up display of in-game intelligence.
Yeah, well put, Trace. 2 AWPs for MIBR. They got the guns out again. We don't have one for Grap, but he will just run and gun into the safe site. The spray not connecting. That was his one shot at the element of surprise. And, well, no surprise for MIBR with 100 Thieves out in the yard. He's still the only one here. And hanging around for too long on the E-box without repositioning. Fallen will take him down. Miss smoke as it bounces off of the train tracks. MIBR has to give this one up for now. Hold passive. Rifle should be able to clear him, though. It's a double setup as well. They're going to walk right through the smoke. That is a big ballsy play from Jacob, and no one has any idea.
Not yet. Look at all this info he just got. He spotted 2 players outside. Catches the rotation there somehow. KD just barely doesn't get away with this. Jacob dropping Molotov there, scores connector. Now, what that does is stop Taco from rotating. Meanwhile, with all the information he gained, he said, hey, guys, run inside.
Oh, no.
And now look at Taco. Mr. Epitacio right where he needs to be, on the front line. And he's going to be posted up next to the bomb train.
Yeah, he spotted one man, and now they know he's here as well, and that's a nice little spray up. Actually, it's Fallen to get it from the connector. Never mind. Taco shut down. Fallen in with one. They know that he's here, but it's the whereabouts of MIBR that's still a mystery, and that's got 100 Thieves very, very paranoid about this flank that could be coming in right now. MIBR making noise while Fallen sneaks on up. Oh, they see Fallen. They know that he's close, but he will strike onto Liaz half the time off of this bomb. Molotov drop close, and they try and capitalize. They try to go round, and MIBR will pick up the kill. Defuse is going to come in, and MIBR, they'll tie this one up 10-10.
Yeah, Taco, that's such a shame as well. He has a molly, and he throws it on the ramp as a smoke is fading. It actually extinguishes a Molotov, and therefore, you know, he can't delay 100 Thieves coming into that B bomb site. The molly thrown by Jacob that does cut Taco off from rotating towards A, also cuts MIB off from rotating towards B, and Taco read that well. He knew they were coming in on that inner site after KNG got killed on the flank. So, good read from Taco. He was there ahead of time, but not able to get the job done. Luckily, his team make up for it. 10-10. MIBR getting on the CT side with double rounds now. 100 Thieves. Money is not in a great place. They're going to buy regardless. Got to make this one work if you invest this heavily. Az has dropped over a gun. They're going to walk in towards B again.
Full send here. Dink on a Taco. Not nearly as much damage had he not been behind that wall. Look at this, full set of grenades coming out from the inside site too. Grenade, though, is going to do significant damage to the 100 Thieves. And so will Taco. Epitacio ringing out from above, grabs himself 3 before he's taken out by JKS. And there you have it, another round for MIBR. Back and forth we go, Harry.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to have one player try and secure some upper control, or at the very least, you've got to bear in mind that top train position. With no one coming out upper, Taco is able to just duck down on the top of the train, and as a result, 100 Thieves, they completely discount it. Fallen is all of MIBR's flash assists. with 8 total. So he's not only stepping up with this AWP when needed, he's also setting his teammates up for success as well. And that's what you love to see from MIBR. Just pistols now for 100 Thieves. Oh, Fallen's been so good on these tight little angles that just picking up the man advantage for MIBR. And this round is no different. To say that these pistols are going to struggle with just 2 flashes to get any work done is a real understatement. Ooh, but maybe there's a timing for JKS. Never mind, Taco sees him. And it's so unfair with the Krieg, isn't it? That's just gross.
Just a bit of a mop-up here for MIBR. No casualties, no problem. 12 rounds on the CT side. They're pulling it together. 4 in a row as 100 Thieves' money is finally back into a viable state. They've had not only the eco, but the force buy in the round prior that yielded, well, not many results either. So right now, 100 Thieves, the pressure really is on them to win this round. This T side has to come together here and now in number 23, or MIBR are likely to run away with the latter stage of this game. Their map pick as well, remember. It's Jacob, he hits a spawn, he goes straight out Olaf, running wild into this A site. He's made the timing towards Sandwich. They are ready for this though. Oh no, Nayan looks away, and the spray almost connects with the smoke. Jacob getting flashed through, looking for a little bit more, but KNG not blinded. He's going to be able to save his teammate. Fallen was stuck behind the train and first come out from the connector to support. 4 on 3 right now. MIBR putting in a beating.
Oh, JKS has helped claw it back. But almost as quickly, Taco comes in with a bit of an answer. That flash was good, but not good enough for Liaz to deal with the double peak. Gratisfaction not able to land the flick, and that's a 13th round now for MIBR. They are well and truly in the swing of things here in this second half, taking the last 5 rounds in a row. And now bringing the economy of 100 Thieves back down to earth. It should be a 6th in a row now for MIBR if everything goes according to plan here.
Well, I do wonder. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Trace.
I was going to say, I do wonder about Jacob getting all the way out here and fighting his Sandwich. He kills the guy on E-Box and then ultimately pushes through the smoke where obviously MIBR are going to be entrenched. I'd have to hear the in-game comm right there. Very curious. He
got flashed. They did throw a flash for him, but, you know, so many players on the site, so much cover. It blinded Fallen. He goes behind green. KNG swings back bomb, and he just gets a kill. So, yeah, you know, flash, it doesn't matter how good it is. When there's 3 or 4 players on the site, you're not going to blind everyone. So, yeah. MIBR at least being aware enough to trade that kill fast. Now, talking of fast, the Thieves are inside of the B site. Taco spraying, and he's going to have a far better result this round. KNG coming in from above oil, and he's looking to drill these lot down on the B site. He's got 2. Bomb plant attempted. Good luck, Liaz. It ain't happening.
Not today. 14 to 10. Just 2 rounds left for MIBR to secure on their map pick. We look towards Inferno next.
And that's actually kind of scary because, you know, 100 Thieves, we keep talking about this. They keep picking Inferno. They say they like Inferno. They say that in practices, it goes down really, really well. And then when they get into the map, for whatever reason, on the competitive setting, you know, they don't get those same plays underway. They don't get off to the same kind of good start. I mean, cracks have started to show on that map for 100 Thieves in very, very recent memory, both here in the Pro League and back at Katowice, where they went on that 3-loss streak on that map. So MIBR in a very, very good spot. 100 Thieves feeling the pressure, and this is something Az has spoke about a couple of times, how, you know, yeah, maybe getting a little overzealous there up through the ladder. But I was just going to say, you know, they've spoke a lot about discipline and individual improvements, and this is where, you know, those kind of thoughts can start to creep back into your head again. And you don't want to start overcompensating, right? You don't want to start removing all the confidence from these plays. I feel like that's something that a team like VP struggles with.
That was a classic fur play, though, man. Like 5-on-4, going up the ladder, not necessary. You know, sometimes you're feeling it, but that's such a dangerous play to make at such an important point in the match. I'm thinking back to, was it Malmo 17? That G2 SK game in the quarterfinal. think if I've said enough, I don't want to even talk about it anymore. It's a horrible memory. Anyway, fast B play. Mayan's here. He's ready inside of the site, and he's going to spray down the bomb as well. Trey comes in from Liaz, who's deep in the lane. He should be able to get a plant here with MIBR being far, far away. But post that, what are you going to do? They have a smoke for your molly if you want to go play the halls and try and drop that on the site, but you're scared of the halls, and that's not where they're coming from. One player top right spotted. He's got some information. Should know the second man is coming down this left lane, and Liaz has read this well. He's going to push through this smoke, or hide in it, rather. He's being wrapped. They should work this one out. KNG should have the drop, but Fallen just going to shoot the smoke, and that's going to be a 15th round for MIBR. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
I would love to know if there was perhaps a little bit of him sticking out of that smoke on the other side.
Maybe.
Towards that at the back of the bomb trains. CT spawn area. Nonetheless, 15-10, there we go. Map point here in the first map of the series. Yeah, see, just hanging out. That's always a pretty bad feeling too, when you're, you think you're hiding in a smoke well, lo and behold, your ass is just out in the breeze. And it's just like, oh, okay. Well, unfortunate.
Oh, arse in the breeze. There's some imagery. Let's see if the man in pop is going to catch wind of what's going on down here. It's Fur once again, and they tease him. Jacob just puts the toes in to try and get the reaction out from Fur.
The bath's too hot, Harry.
Yeah, oh, the timing on that, that's devastating. Fur was hot. I mean, that was like so in tandem, like so fast as he turned away, it didn't even look like they dropped. Oh, Jacob was fully blind. The Krieg's so unfair. But as is the way of life, Fallen and KNG are trying to arrive on the scene with some scoped rifles of their own. It's the big, not green gun in this case, the big old white and orange to try and do the damage. Much like an orange, KNG is peeling this round apart for 100 Thieves. Gratisfaction and JKS. They try and get into the pop. They missed that shot onto KNG, but they've gotten past safely. 47.
Oop.
That's a little tap.
Giving him a chance.
Bit of a for old mate JKS there.
Sounds wet.
What was that?
Yeah, that was actually a horrible attempt at the sound.
Just leave the soundboards to me.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. KNG. He's not looking to make a sound across the board at all. Sneaking down through the lane. Oh, getting close. Gratisfaction's already on the angle, and it's a bit unfortunate. As he drops off, that's when he swings wide to Grat. An 11th round now for the 100 Thieves, but plenty of money for MIBR. Leave them buying till the end of time.
That's a long time from now, man.
Yeah, don't hold me to that one, but it will be for a while.
It's true.
Wow, there's a chance here for 100 Thieves. They break the streak of rounds from MIBR. They found 7 in a row, rather. Looking for that 8th, but 100 Thieves, they've come alive. Gratisfaction taking down Fur early on in the yard. It's a fast play out through with the bomb. Big mistake. Jacob out first and Mayan in second. He's not going to get any more, though. Traded immediately. The bomb back under the control of 100 Thieves. Azza is going to be there second in line to take down Taco, who is on this outer site. Talking of inner, it's KNG alone. He's pushed all the way up with this AWP, and that's why Fallen has fallen out of the site, giving away the control and likely going for the save with these AWPs, as nothing has been found. Pop Dog is being covered nicely by Grat. He smoked it off. He's not giving KNG a chance.
Yeah, we're going to see another round for 100 Thieves. Can they run it back? That's the big question. Do you think they're going to run it back? Tell us why. Hashtag ESL Pro League, excuse me.
I mean, there's a great opportunity here, right? Let's look at the money from MIBR. 100 Thieves are about to put it in the dirt if they can keep making things expensive. Now, the double up getting saved is good. It means MIBR can afford to buy around this if they want, or they can just play pistol armor and half buy and save money for later. Either option is available depending on what you want to do. See, Taco's got plenty. But you've got to plan for the long term. Whatever you do here for your MIBR, it has to be justified. You have to be thinking about what is going on in these next 3 rounds, assuming you lose all of them. And so they'll piece together a buy for now. It will be lacking utility. but still plentiful in everything else. I say that, actually, the guns get dropped over by Taco, so it's not lacking utility. They've got 3 full sets and more to come. 100 Thieves with the US Air Force tactical timeout.
What? Interesting.
I assume that's since adding Mayan into this roster, which...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. I guess it's lower than 50 isn't good, but I think a lot of people would predict it to be lower.
Well, the U.S. Air Force tactical timeout draws to a close, and we look at MIBR, who sit on map point. And of course, 100 Thieves now battling back with everything that they've got. Opts out for Harambe. And now... was a little bit of an Ivy presence, just to get some noise down there. Was it enough, though?
Well, with 4 players over here on A, we know that MIBR have been keen on taking some form of aggression in these rounds. I don't know if it will come through here now with KNG rotating away. I was curious because they molly into main. And usually that's a decision you make, you know, if you're planning on perhaps going for a push. Could have been just to try and delay a peek or something from this angle, so that's how they decide to use it. I just figured with Fur being close, there was a chance. Not going to happen. KNG instead rotated round to join Taco over at this B side of the map. MIBR, they've got 2 players here to try and withstand the tide that's about to come their way. Smoke goes down, and that's KNG locked out from this round. He tries to peek over the top, and leaves himself pretty exposed here. Flashes come down the ramp, and he is blind as ever. That nade could do a lot. It does bring Liaz down low, but it's not enough to turn this round on its head for MIBR. Instead, it's Fallen to provide that trade. Liaz pushing up close, looks to do damage, but actually goes down. It's all on to Azza to try and deny the victory the way of MIBR. Suddenly thrown into this 1v2 clutch. Fallen has already provided 2. Rotations coming in from Fur, and he's cleared out upper. At this point, they know that Azza either has to be in the bomb site or he has to have gone aggressive, and that's why we see Fallen being so measured, so careful. Fur clearing out the bomb site, now communicates this to Fallen. They've really narrowed down where Azza can be, and Fallen delivers it with 3. The defuse has to come on in, and they've left it very, very close. This should still be the defuse, and MIBR, yes, indeed it is. They're going to take this first map. They take Train, their map pick, in the head-to-head versus 100 Thieves. Inferno loaded up on the cards next. Will it be the repeat of errors for 100 Thieves on this map, or will they bounce back here and now? You're going to have to join us after a quick break to find out.
KNG in the chest, and he's going to dance around a little bit. Just 2 players alive for 100 Thieves. Leah's and Azza. They're going to find their way into the site, and that's a big kill for Azza. That's going to enable a bomb plant. And with the 3 players left alive at MIBR, they're going to let that happen. They can't press it too much. It's not worth losing the round. Perhaps they can just do the retake. And they're going to go for it here. Liaz with 1. Perhaps this 2-on-2 doesn't go the way of MIBR.
Yeah, this is a difficult one, especially with Fallen going in first on low HP and just dying to a one-shot. Liaz sees the man in the pit. He goes wide. Taco's gone as well, and it's Maya in a 1-on-2. 100 Thieves, great job of ducking back inside of the site and not giving anything up to Maya. And Azza will close it, and it's the pistol for 100 Thieves on this T side. That's a 2-on-4 as well. After Taco gets that mid one tap, 100 Thieves walk back into B in a 2-on-2. They get the kills, they get the plant, and they close out the after plant as well.
Good work, Kassad. Smiley face. That's sweet.
It's certainly a good stat to have when you're coming in a map down in this series. But like Harry said earlier, I mean, we just saw MIBR win this map yesterday. So they're prepared. They're ready. And they had a great T side as well. They went 7-0 in T rounds. It was to close the map. Fury weren't able to field a single CT round, which is a bit of a surprise. But what we did know from that series is both those Brazilian teams, MIBR here, are better on the T side than the CT side. So 100 Thieves at least comfortable for now, and they're going to take the advantage in this round as well.
Yeah, they're set up outside of the A site for 100 Thieves. They're going to have to try and get past Maya and Taco. But it shouldn't represent too much of a problem. That needs a lot of damage onto Azza. Can the Deagles down here in the pit find anything? Taco does manage to light up the first man, but will that be the last man he's able to deal with? You definitely imagine so. Yeah, not going to work today, Taco. I like the idea, but when there's only a smoke in the pit and you are in the pit, I feel like there's not many places you could be hiding.
Every single person in the site looking at you now. Fixated on your position through the walls and right next to you. So yeah, another round here for the 100 Thieves.
Obviously, had to drop the smoke, right, because of the Molotov coming in. But we often see, like, that's the only choice you have in that situation, is to sit and hide and hope that something goes wrong. And it doesn't. So 100 Thieves, they'll get the conversion. They go 2-0 up. Fair and Fallen, they're able to hold on it to the Scout and Deeg combination. Also, these smoke grenades, they're going to prove pretty valuable for MIBR. They can try and delay these plays now for 100 Thieves as much as possible heading into this third round.
The old delay play, but they won't have much behind it if they want to run that. Not even 5 smokes. So just taking an eco here and letting 100 Thieves go about their business on the T side, the 3-0 lead that we come to expect here. Force buys have not been too successful for MIBR in this series. KNG's back on the Scout. Been throwing that over. Going to look for the mid pick here. Try and take a wide angle. Oh, 2 for 1. Good bit of damage, laying up Jacob and Liaz down to 50 and 30 respectively. Going to swap positions and let Liaz take the banana. MIBR with no utility other than these smokes to fight for this, so they'll just smoke it off and back off safely inside of B. 4 players here. Double boost as well in CT. Yeah, thank you, Rush. Even zooming us out further. Just not the most standard setup, but let's see what it does find here. The thing is, the reason this boost is good is because the man on the, Taco, usually if he's on this and CT gets smoked, he can kind of hide and crouch behind the CT smoke and then peek when they're going for the plant on coffins, and you won't often check it as a T. But with a double boost, you're seeing that no matter how many smokes are down. But 100 Thieves, they won't see it at all. They're going A.
Yeah, at least over here to top mid for the time being. Still a chance that this round can get out of hand thanks to these scout tags from KNG. But yeah, MIBR look like they might just save this one. If they're allowed, if they're given permission. And Azza has not signed the permission slip for KNG. In fact, never mind. Never mind. He did. He actually did. They found it. It was in his bag.
The dog ate it.
Yeah.
So just sign a new one, no problems. Does take a lot of damage. 4-on-4. Don't see a world where MIBR grab the bomb back, but, well, they're certainly going to try to get themselves some frags before this round ends. Taco set up from Cubby. Got some teammates of Mayern and KNG hanging around towards Library and Arch. Okay.
That's another collateral tag, but not a kill. Again, Liaz, that's the second time he's been collateraled in this round by KNG. Like a pin cushion. Oh, the bomb finishes what KNG couldn't quite manage, and Fur is able to snipe a Galil out from that round.
If he went further, the second player there was 10 health, so that was almost a definite kill for Fur, but he wasn't to know that. Will take the gun and run along. Fallen's picked it up, and KNG's taking the AWP on the CT side. So standard stuff here for MIBR. He'll be taking that in towards A. No AWP yet for 100 Thieves, but they are very keen to run full AKs and Kriegs on this T side. You don't always even see them, considering the AWP on Grat, unless they're having a tough time dealing with the CT one. And they certainly might have a problem dealing with KNG. He sits close in middle, watching that second mid peak. But 100 Thieves are all over the apartments right now. They should be able to swing after KNG shoots. There's no one here to stop. He gets a kill. There's the swing, and it comes out perfectly. Jacob trading with a Molotov down on long. Good clear for 100 Thieves as they set their sights towards A. Only one man here, Mayan. He's shown us great work from this A site before. He's got to do it again, but he's got no teammates.
Yeah, let's see. Can he stand and also deliver? He's getting tagged. And we'll get finished off. All three of these players are within inches of certain death. Fur, not to know this, however, in this 1-on-3. If he's able to get one, then you bet he's interested. You bet he's going for it. But it's a big old if. Azza and Gratisfaction have this crossfire set up. Spots the head of Grat. And the double peak comes through. The trade found almost immediately. It's a 4-0 start now for 100 Thieves. A fifth loaded in the chamber as the money from MIBR is almost out. I say that. They've got an AWP on Fallen.
7,000 total rounds play with the current roster.
That's several rounds, actually.
Quite a few rounds, Trace.
That's a lot of tech pauses, a lot of timeouts.
Even more Counter-Strike. 4-0 lead here for 100 Thieves. Money for MIBR slipping away. They've bought an AWP in this round. That's it, though. Pistol armor around him with an SMG Fallen. He gets hit in the face with that Molotov, and it will slow him down on his retreat. Definitely the most infuriating bug in this game. Or feature, as some people call them.
It's not bad.
It really is. It's going to get worse. Mayan flashed out and pushed off the angle. It's a clean execute for 100 Thieves coming through the apartment. Motor smokes down, and long play cut off. KNG has nothing to do with this round, and Fallen shouldn't even really risk this AWP. May as well just save. Ooh. Careful.
Oh, hits that shot, and he had to, if you give that AWP away in this round, you are very, very sad if you're MIBR. Not going to happen. They actually hold very, very aggressively here at long. But no one from 100 Thieves nearby to shut it down, and that's a 5-0 lead. So this has gone off to the exact same start that Train did, but in inverse. Are we now going to see MIBR bounce back?
Would be about the time to start. Retaining that AWP is a good step, and also Fur with a Krieg.
Well, this is the polar opposite to what we had on Train. It was MIBR leading 5-0 on the T side of that map to begin. How the tables have turned. 100 Thieves flipping furniture as they find 5-0 on this T side. MIBR back in with guns. Double AWP again. KNG and Fallen. Let's see what they can do.
Taco peeking in to the apartments. That Molly's going to force a player down towards him. Jacob starts to hunt the kill and then decides against it.
Runs into the Molly.
Not part of the plan, I assume.
Yeah, I think he just thought there was less time left on it. Yeah. That's very, very unfortunate for Jacob there. But as is the way with mollies in Counter-Strike.
Funny part is he almost gets spammed through the wall.
Yeah, I saw that. A couple of stray bullets coming in.
This is fast.
Yeah, they try and speed up the pace. And in doing so, they're left in the firing line of Taco and Burt.
Ooh.
Taco and Maya dealt with inside of the bomb site. JKS and Jacob. The double J is left standing here for 100 Thieves. And they do the damage onto KNG. Now down to this 2-on-2. But oh dear. Oh no. That is not what you want. The bomb belongs to MIBR. And the bomb site without a bomb, it's just incomplete.
Just a site.
It's just a place on the map.
Wow, Fallen, nice aggressive position. Jacob didn't expect them out of the apartments, and JKS thought someone was long, but not as close as they come. Fur will clean up the round, and MIBR hold their own. Taco, big couple of kills as well from the pit side. He does his fair share of damage. Actually only gets one, so it's Maya, Taco, and Fur to get a defensive kill before the trades come in. And just a fast, flashless execute for 100 Thieves. Well, a bombless execute as well. They could have had a chance to plant in a 2-on-2 there with MIBR outside of the site, but instead it will be the Brazilians finding their first CT round. Back to B for 100 Thieves. It would appear.
And it's still a popular tourist destination here between the two teams. Fallen taking a shot, can't seem to find his way around the wall, and it's Liaz on the reply with the Krieg. That does open some possibilities, some opportunities, moreover, here in the B site. He's creeping around towards Coffin, his Fur. He's gonna get there. They're gonna have already smoked it off. I think he meant to dump a Molotov there, but it just slips out of his hand, I suppose. And speaking of slipping out of hand, it's going to be Jacob taken out by Mayer and over in the A site. Now the full-on B hit is here. They've fully committed to this project. For waiting on reinforcements backs up just a little bit.
Yeah, he was hoping Taco had a flash, playing close to that smoke, wanting to be a hero, diving through. With no utility, there's really no chance. At least not for the moment. He's got to wait for his team to come through, and now 2 Molotovs, 2 flashes, 3 smokes. I mean, they're full of grenades. Are they full of kills? Azza going to look to fill them with bullets. Up on the boost, that's a nice grenade. MIBR taking their sweet time, but they got to move, they got to come, and Azza is waiting atop the boost. He's just going to fall off, play the bomb. It's ticking away from MIBR, and the kills are coming all in for the Aussies. KNG saving the AWP. He won't even get a chance. Gratisfaction, free AWP at your feet. Take it and run. He will choose not to.
Good grief, what a shot.
That was proper filth.
6-1, the score reads. This is good stuff here from 100 Thieves after they get in the site, too. MIBR trying to do the right thing, play a little slower, perhaps be given the kills rather than having to go out and take them. It's just not the way it all came together in the end.
No, and that's the thing. Considering how much utility they had in the retake, it really felt like that round could have been a lot more from MIBR. Yeah. I think they're going to be disappointed with how that one pans out. You know, they go into that retake with like 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, a bunch of flashbangs. They were set to make that round their own. Fallen with a cheeky peek onto JKS, and he is never ready for that any day of the week. I don't think I've seen someone go for that kind of peek at a... I mean, I can't think of a time I've ever seen anyone do it ever, but I love it. You love to see it. And KNG's Deagle delivers another. MIBR are trying to make something of this round in which they only have these Deags around that solo AWP. Wow. They've got it close, and now the final hurdle left to climb is Liaz. The final hurdle, though, can sometimes be the biggest of them all. A minute left on this clock, and Liaz, time is his only ally right now.
He wants to be fed. He's posted up here, just boosted himself. KNG has been on one this round. Gonna go for the fake plant before the smoke dissipates. AWP peeking out from Coffins finds the kill. There you go, MIBR with the second one.
Yeah, Fallen with 2, KNG with 3. It's a team effort from 2. And MIBR, that's exactly where they find themselves on the CT side. Some great deed shots here as they enter the site.
Yeah, KNG's the reason that this round gets so close.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't even see the last dude, just spamming that left click. And 100 Thieves will spam F1. They're going into a tactical timeout. Brought to you by the US Air Force. They're going to take a breather. Despite the 2 rounds here for MIBR, they were separate rounds, so 100 Thieves have kept the CT economy on its toes. That was an eco win, or a force rather, with an AWP and pistols. MIBR are going to be reaping the rewards of winning that round, but if 100 Thieves can win here, it will again break that economy.
But the pendulum swings both ways here. Both teams finding themselves in that same situation.
Hard times.
And hard times sometimes call for desperate measures. Wondering what 100 Thieves are going to try and bring to the table in this one with this mismatched fight. Over here on this T side, that Mac 10 on Azza certainly adds some intrigue. Might look to speed things up a bit in this round.
Well, the tactical timeout is over. We are back into it. Looks like a heavy A point here. And that does create an issue. ANG is going to be the one to actually just totally shut this down right away.
Ooh.
Unanswered. No one's home for the 100 Thieves. They get no kills in that round. Complete devastation from the side of MIBR.
That's actually nuts that it ends so quickly as well, considering the investment that 100 Thieves throw into that. MIBR come out of it with 5 players staying alive, and they're going to feel very, very happy about that. Now money's looking good. Those Kriegs were retrieved. I mean, the majority of them already held forward. The only man who doesn't have one now is Fur. That's because he's found himself over towards the B site in that round there. So no Krieg action for him. Taco gets a crossover here in middle. A player up in the T apartments with a Krieg is a terrifying sight indeed. And so it might be better for JKS to just reroute away from alt mid and give this up entirely. They're going to try and deal with Burt, and Azza will manage to get a shot off. Rotations come through from KNG. Early Bird catches the worm, and he'll catch them there with that bit of Molotov damage to deny the push into this B bomb site. So now with 2 players here, MIBR, they can take a moment. They can take a breather here in this 4-on-3.
Ooh, that's close. Second time around is better. Fallen has support as well. The Krieg has come to play, and KNG makes quick work of the eco in the banana. 4 rounds for MIBR. We've just been waiting for these rifles, and now they'll come through for 100 Thieves. 4K, just about enough if you want bare bones buy with the AK and flash smoke. That's exactly what they'll go for. We've even got Galils and UMPs on the 1-2-1. A little bit more to play with. Noble, someone's got to do it. And those will be coming through for Liaz and Azza. Deep flashes into middle. 100 Thieves running up banana though. This utility from MIBR has been pretty decent, all things considered. And the Molotovs again put a player in the middle. Liaz has to smoke or he will die. And he still might. Down to 5. The grenade, oh dear, puts him on 2. He is very lucky. This early rotation could be a bit of a problem as well. Fur's alone at B. Taco's gone back towards long because they didn't see that much in B, and 100 Thieves was just sneaking up banana, slow and steady. Now the pace gets rampant. The rotate back in the Fallen might be too late. Fur's only got 1 on the site. No CT smoke. Nothing down too late as Fallen gets a kill in JKS. The bomb getting grenaded out of the coffins, and Fallen has just saved this round for MIBR. It could have gotten hairy. It could have gotten scary, but now it's just Azza stuck in a clutch.
Yeah, 1-on-4. And nowhere to go but in the crosshairs. MIBR keeping it competitive here, 6-5. Double op out for the CTs. Fur should have no problem getting himself a weapon between him and his teammates at least. And then you look at the dismal money situation over on 100 Thieves. Probably didn't think they were going to be dipping into the retirement fund this early. Here they are nonetheless, Harry Russell.
Yeah, Fallen doing so much to make that round doable, right? And he's looked so damn good thus far in this matchup. Leaves you feeling bad for 100 Thieves, because it feels like this is the MIBR we've been waiting to see all Pro League long, right? Yeah. Finally arriving in this server. They've taken the last 4 rounds in a row, and a 5th could be right around the corner with this low investment from 100 Thieves. Speaking of right around the corner, this banana play has Taco about to round on down and look for something. That nade's done a lot of damage, and Fallen has been good at these wall shots. On every Inferno game we've seen MIBR play yet, and that will continue. That Molotov forces these players to either take the fight or die, and they will do both in that order. Just JKS left standing, 1v5. And I love JKS, but this is a round that should never go through. Missed shot there from Fallen, gives him a chance. Let's find the 1D, but not the second time around. Fur with 3, Fallen with 2, and a 6th round on the board for MIBR.
Yeah, you talk. Oh, go ahead.
No,
Trace.
you go ahead.
No, mate, after you. It's the British way. You know, I have to pass it over.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to, well, I was going to say Rushley, but first, let me just say how unlucky Liaz got right there. He gets naded into oblivion, trying to boost his teammate up, and then op to the wall. I think Fallen has caught several people like that.
Yes, I was exactly going to follow up on that point, Trace. Yesterday in that Inferno game versus Furia, Fallen got like 4 kills through the wall. And, you know, the amount of combinations between orb shots and grenades bouncing around that corner and getting a kill without an enemy even seeing him was just prolific.
It's hell on Earth.
Yeah.
Well, not Earth, but...
Hell in Inferno, that's for sure, because things heating up. Fallen, he will get overwhelmed in this round, though. The utility is good. KNG is waiting, but he knows they can come up from long, so he's got to be careful. Mayan covering his back. At Fur getting caught in the well, he will be thrown down into the depths below as 100 Thieves wrap the B site. It's empty. The second B player, Taco, is pushed all the way down middle and is only just now about to realize the terrible truths of the Thieves.
Yeah, and with this rotation, they might have just stolen this round away from MIBR. Bomb plant in, and with the rotation being so far away, you know, money's good for MIBR. They can justify giving this a look in. But so much time is going to be taken off of that clock just on the back of getting these players into position. And another problem here for MIBR is they don't own anywhere on the map that's relevant right now. They've got T-Ramp, and this is the only safe zone they have. So they would have to clear all these angles as they go up through Banana. They're still looking for a fight, which ballsy to say the very least. However, it's not ballsy if they win every fight. And they win all but one. Az is going to be allowed to hold on to this Krieg, at least for the time being. And a 7th round will appear on the board for 100 Thieves. They're not quite able to deal with Azza. But you like the idea from MIBR. They hunt down all those kills and sacrifice the Kriegs of their own on this CT side just so they can try and set themselves up for these final 2 rounds of the half. They know that with so much damage done, you forced reinvestments on everyone on the 100 Thieves side. And your money's great if you're MIBR. You know, you're not even breaking a sweat over that because there's not enough rounds left in the half for it to come back to hurt you. So they really chase down those kills. And now it was all with the goal in mind of picking this round up and solidifying an 8-7 half on the back of breaking 100 Thieves money. Is that going to work in practice, though?
Love this setup towards Porch here. Taco boosted up. It's got 100 Thieves a little wearisome about picking out here. Completely blind. His teammates are there to keep him alive just a little bit longer. It's Mayern with 3 in this round. He's done enough.
Yeah, the reason that setup is so sick is Mayan is tucked under the porch. He's playing anti-flash. Taco, full white, 30 bullet spray, doesn't hit a thing, doesn't get a kill, but he draws the attention. You see Mayan looking into the wall. He swings out on that flashbang, he goes back, he goes forward, and then he mows down 3. Just in and out about not letting 100 Thieves isolate him, even with the support of the AWP on the long corner. MIBR mow down the middle take. 7-7. This is quite the recovery from MIBR. Winning 6 out of the last 7 rounds. 7 out of the last 8. Now they look for an 8th as a fast B play for Azza, and it's just Azza. His team getting mollied off behind him, not with the fastest of spawns. And we might see MIBR try and push the limits here. Flashback in for Taco. The molly and smoke keeps 100 Thieves honest. And Taco's now trapped as well. It's another wallbang for Fallen. Add it to the list.
Is that wall even there for Fallen? Can we check on that? Because this is terrifying, the consistency. Ooh, Gratisfactions, Mac 10 has found 2, and suddenly this round is looking like 100 Thieves round at the end of the half. This was a 4 spy. Gratisfaction removes a man on rotation, leaving the hopes and dreams on the back of Maya now in the 1v4. round that never should have been is a round that becomes 100 Thieves. 8-7 as they narrowly win out this first half, albeit by 1 round. Similar scoreline to Train, in fact, exact same. So will it be the same outcome? Or are we going to see 100 Thieves take us the distance? Join us after a quick break to find out.
I've come to claim my throne, never letting go. These wings carry me, live this fantasy. Burning through the fire, gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah, gonna let it burn. I'm running through the fire.
Optimistic. GGBet might have the odds, but we've got the evens. This is even Stevens, 8-7 at the end of the first half, and we're getting into things. T-side for MIBR. Lots of utility, standard buy for them. We got Grat with a Molotov, interestingly enough, and he's not used it early towards B. He's holding onto it towards middle. Solo B setup for 100 Thieves. Huge risk in a pistol round, but MIBR are going to use it. They're going back towards B after showing some presence in the apartments. 100 Thieves, do they cotton on, or is it going to just be JKS on his lonesome?
Well, so far, they've got this info. Azure peeking top middle, trying to pick a fight. Try to get a pick even at that. Fur and him going blow for blow. No one actually garnering themselves a kill.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, re-peek from KNG. I think, pretty ambitious to go for that on his behalf, but he tries to take the fight with the Glock and comes to pay the price. The B play now coming on through, and JKS has still been waiting patiently over towards the coffins. This time, falls on back and opts to wait for the rest of the team. 100 Thieves, they're going to play this one smart. They play it by the numbers. Molotov goes in to clear out Emo. Smoke down to cut off Banana. Fur is now very separated from this round. Taco is alone.
Oh.
And Fur, 3 points of health over towards Banana. This is an undoable round for this man. He's got to back on out. 100 Thieves, they'll get themselves the pistol round.
Yeah, a little detail there is MIBR throw a Molotov from Banana to coffins, and what that does is it pushes JKS back out of the site to play retake, but he's actually got a kit smoke. He's bought for the retake, so MIBR, they push 100 Thieves into a setup they're completely comfortable with a man advantage, with a molly on Grat, and with enough utility and kits to retake. 100 Thieves had no problem doing that with the B site. Of course, MIBR losing the player in mid certainly didn't help, but they did walk into the site with only one man, at least guaranteeing a bomb plant and forcing the force in the second round. They've got AKs, AK, Galil, and a couple of SMGs.
SMGs or sandwiches. Kind of sounds like sandwiches. And that's a meal made by Gratisfaction over in top mid. He cuts down Myern. Liaz naded down in the pit. Taco closing the distance over towards short side, but the flash is good. No kills come through for MIBR. In fact, every single one going in favor of 100 Thieves. JKS now gives up. Him holding Banana this actively and this unknown to MIBR was huge. It allowed 100 Thieves to have a 4-man stack over at the A site of the map. Now that they have this advantage, they've eased back into a standard 3-2 split. And this round should be theirs. Very little MIBR can do now, especially with that AK not finding anything. KNG, last man left standing, and he only survives for a while. It's going to be a 10th round on the board for 100 Thieves, and an eco now for MIBR.
Well, here are your GG.bet odds, and as it stands, I would say MIBR are making a good case for those odds shifting around a little bit. Still waiting for them to get themselves some sweet weapons.
Yeah, a bit of a worry in the second half. You know, favoring MIBR is nothing wrong with that, but 100 Thieves are in a good position right now. They're on the CT side. They've got a 3, soon-to-be 4-round lead before MIBR show their first rifle round. I wasn't a fan of the second round force for MIBR. The results aren't there either. So we've got to see if they can put their money where their mouth is in the upcoming rifle. Jacob spotting, baiting them into the double peak. JKS tap. And yeah, this is going about as well as you can really imagine from MIBR. Not at all.
All calculated. For the last man standing, nowhere to go, nothing to do, just no time to waste. Gets it over with, 11-7. But now the party should begin over here for the side of MIBR.
Yeah, I think this is where we're going to get a real taste as to how this is all going to stack up, because MIBR's T-sides have been looking good. Obviously, with the pistol and the 2 conversions going the way of 100 Thieves, it's a pretty picture right now for 100 Thieves fans. 11-7 up on their map pick, but things can still go awry here for this CT squad. Maya going to try his hand at the mid peak, gets himself down into the pit with the Krieg. He'll just wait now, see if any peaks come his way. Lots of utility down Banana. That's 3 Molotovs thrown on in by 100 Thieves. MIBR now know that there was a 3-man stack here earlier in the round. Since then, though, Azza has migrated away.
And they have no banana control here for MIBR. 0, nada, nil, zilch.
Any more?
Goose egg. No, I'm running low, sorry. I got 0.
Yeah, I ran out of goose eggs the other night too, Trace.
So, was that when you were in Willy Wonka's house, or?
I thought that was more chocolate.
No, they have the golden goose egg.
Ah. I think this round might not be live.
That's what it smells like.
Yeah, we're seeing some typing, we're seeing some knifing, and no one's taken damage, so that's a good sign. That means, you know, in theory, no problems with restarting the round. And that's exactly what's going on. Backup being loaded, we're going to be very, very quickly back into the swing of things, and that's all what we like to hear.
Here's something exciting. We just had a submission, unsurprisingly, by Paula to the EPL meme review.
Oh dear.
And it says, "Your wish is my command," a dubstep remix of Hey Future Pros.
Oh my God.
It's actually happened. We requested this a couple of hours ago. Now, we didn't expect it to come through in quite a speedy fashion.
Is this real?
It is real. It is. I haven't listened to it yet, Rush. Maybe you can give it a listen
Let's check
when
it out.
we're not
Let's
on.
check it out.
Right side, inside, B-side. 3 smokes, 2 mollies, and 2 HEs. Outside, Future Pro 1. Future Pro 2. Future Pro 1. You will need 2 HEs. Future Pro 2. Don't mess it up. You Future Pro 3. Aim at the CPU. Along with the HE.
Good.
That's
Oh
incredible.
my God, that is well. It's
the
pretty
rhymes
damn
are
good.
there.
Yeah, it's true. You know, they've worked with not a lot, to be honest. They made it sound good.
You've got some great bars, Rush.
Yeah, thanks, man. You know, hey, Future Pros.
I've actually just been told that we are going to get a clean audio version of that, not out of Trace's phone, into the microphone.
Into the mic, yeah, okay.
But, you know, while we're doing throwbacks, there's no greater throwback than all being huddled around a phone, you know, like listening to some music out of it because you didn't have speakers, right?
I remember everyone Bluetoothing tracks to each other in school, you know, the good old days.
Once upon a time, fellas.
Kidding, these are the good old days. I guess not old, but they are days, and
they are good.
Yeah,
and
that's what you need.
That's pretty much the recipe there for that one. Round restarted, and MIBR looking to get off to a good start. They've reinvested all across the board, and well, heading into their first rifle round, they will head up towards Banana.
Guys, I have a little bit of breaking news. Do you want it?
Oh, yeah, hit us.
Astralis have announced a disbandment.
You're trolling.
Check it out.
You're trolling.
Do you want to know why?
What's this? I don't
if
get
I
the
had
troll.
to guess, I would say look at the time right now.
Yeah, you're all right.
Ah, April Fools.
And that there is the only acceptable April Fool's joke. Trace has used it immediately. We are now down to 0. So everyone else could just not tweet or not say or not do whatever you're thinking of doing, and we'll just have a day off.
April Fools ain't funny. It never has been. It never will be.
The whole thing about jokes is they're kind of funny when they're spontaneous. So having a day dedicated to pranks just feels like a bit...
Yeah,
like a prank has to be unknown.
And if prank any time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, pranks can happen whenever, believe it or not. Like
including April Fools.
Hugo pranked us the other day by making us walk all around the car park to find our ride home. And then it was where we started. That's a prank. And that was done on a whim.
Yeah, I didn't have to wait till April for that.
No.
Did it back in March before it was cool.
Let's see now. As they rush through this B-site smoke, it's Fools made of Thieves here. Jacob shut down with a double entry from Fur. And this B-site now belongs to MIBR.
There you go.
That's a real dangerous round from MIBR. And, you know, 100 Thieves try and match the method with madness of their own by flashing JKS, or Jacob rather, through the smoke. But it doesn't turn out too well for them. Fur with some big entry kills. And that's what you like to see from this man. MIBR's first T-side round after the short pause with a contact smoke play. And 8 rounds on this T-side. The beginning of the comeback in the second half, looking to try and make this a 2-0. They picked up the first map of a train. That was their pick. Now they look to take away 100 Thieves.
Straight in he goes. Fur, like always, a bit of a mad lad with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, I know it hasn't been a very good past few months for Brazilian Counter-Strike, but I feel like we're starting to get some real good signs of things to come, right? Even on an individual level. You know, you've got Furia looking great in the Pro League. You've got individuals on MIBR starting to step up. And for that, you know, you're looking at the likes of KNG and Fur, I feel like mainly, but Fallen's been having a great time as of late. And I know that's going to be fantastic because he is a real fan favorite. So this is exactly what we want to see from MIBR. A team that we wanted to see has now arrived, 8-11, and they're trying to close this gap even further. A victory in this round could certainly propel them to a pretty even scoreline. Smoke down over towards top banana. That's going to hold MIBR back a little bit longer. Bit of damage done there. And with the wall spam, NG receiving the bulk of it. Oh, JKS is lining up a reflash for Jacob to try and retake banana. Now, this is risky considering how many players are here.
Oh, yeah.
So they will just play it safe, smoke it off. Jacob's going to try and play with fire here.
It's dangerous sitting on the left side of that smoke because you might get caught in the fire of someone spamming CT. It's not going to be the case, though. Jacob moves back in as the Molotov forces him out, and there it is, the spam forward CT. Jacob's there. He's ready, but he's only good for one. Fur with the entry, and he can double down. He will. But as of this time, keeping things even, not for long, as the advantages swap back, forward, and back again. Gratisfaction keeping 100 Thieves in this 2-on-2. Plant is allowed. And Gratisfaction has a flash to get back in. Liaz will throw one from spawn as well. They have the utility for the retake, but do they have the shots?
Yeah, crunch time right now for the 100 Thieves to get back into this bomb site. Just defending Fallen and KNG. KNG very low. They're gonna walk right in. They're gonna waltz right in there, tap the bomb, not sticking it. Know that these players are gonna peek on that, but it's been just a blender of the 100 Thieves. KNG with the last kill, and it's MIBR with a 9th round on the board. Well,
yeah,
damn.
that's played very, very well by MIBR. KNG does a great job of taking that peak, getting the attention, allowing Fallen to swing out. I don't know, MIBR are just looking a lot less jittery today, right? Everyone seems like they've come into this on the same page. That 2v2 is a great example of that from MIBR, right? Fallen and KNG do everything right there. And there's just not as much of a kind of... Panic is probably the wrong word. I don't think MIBR ever really looked panicked, but sometimes they just look a little bit
lost,
out of touch, yeah, with what's going on. And here, now, I mean, we're not seeing any of that. This is like some vintage form from the likes of Fallen and Co. and the newer boys on the block, the newer faces in this squad, stepping up massively as well. And that's exactly what we need if they want to get this done in 2. 100 Thieves, they want to do anything but. They want to try and take us the distance here. Flash allows the players to get out, but no one's cleared Liaz. That is until Maya and pivots back on the spot. Fur has opened up A, and 100 Thieves, they've got 3 players over at B. This is another save called on in for 100 Thieves. And that comes with some problems of its own, because it's been really tempting them to go for these 4 spies. And as a result, they haven't really been able to find much as it's approached crunch time. It's now 10-11.
And just to be clear here, you're looking at these stats, you're like, well, how in the hell does Fallen have 19 ADR but 15 frags? That's because when the match medic comes through, when they reload the round, there is a bit of a problem in uploading those statistics. So those aren't entirely accurate.
That's a great call from MIBR in that round, right? They win back-to-back B rounds. 100 Thieves sent 3 players to B to throw utility. They're conditioned towards his site. It makes sense. They keep losing to these contact smoke plays, and Azza keeps coming through the smoke with only 1. So MIBR, instead of dueling in middle and trying to get control of top mid, top brackets and fighting for that, which will give 100 Thieves information and allow them to rotate that 3rd man back towards A, they just pop halls. They just burst out apartments, and there's no one here to stop them. Liaz gets not even 1 kill. He gets forced off with the flash. Grat gets a single kill with the AWP, and there's just no one there to trade. There's not enough players here for 100 Thieves. So nice contact play from MIBR again. They're not letting 100 Thieves outbrain them. MIBR are just matching the pace of this T side very, very well.
Yeah, and they're trying to stabilize their economy right now. As you can tell, they've carried over into this round 2 rifles. They're going to try to play a forward position with Azzer on that M4. He's going to get out in front of car here. Smoke is going to kind of break up what this hit would have been. Ooh. Check this out. A boost so that Jacob can look over the apartments into the other side. Little does he know that Fur is already in the window room. Gratisfaction with the boost. Someone's holding the close angle.
So something that's good here for 100 Thieves is that there's no second apps player. Not that they know that, but it means that, you know, they're not going to get what sometimes happens when you try and do this is you end up getting the kill, and then you find yourself kind of trapped because there was this close mid player. Now, first spots the boost ahead of time.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness, the timing's everything.
Wild.
Molotov was out, Gratisfaction gets by while the others get down. They leave the apartments and they leave Fur to fight the one man that they fed to the wolf. KNG, oh, not actually going to win that, but...
Did he realize he was even there?
He was hidden behind the pillar.
Yeah, it's a pretty horrid little angle.
While all the boiling going down in the boiler was happening on A, MIBR just walked into B. Kenji made a contact play again on the B site, and lo and behold, it was clear. It was empty. A stack on the A site. So another round win for MIBR.
How long was KNG pushed up there? He was sitting there watching Nubox for quite some time. Just waiting. And yeah, then they ultimately take the round, but... grief.
Yeah, this is a weird game, without a doubt. 100 Thieves are... I hope they're not getting in their own heads, because MIBR are rent-free right now in their brains, and they are reading this game very well on the T side. Some great calling from Fulham. I want to see where this goes now, though, because we've got rid of the eco. The A stack with pistols, not a worry. Now we've got guns. Now we've got an orb. We're going to see 3B early for that utility to come down. But that third player should rotate fast if MIBR don't take control of the banana. So let's see what is the case. Deep Molotov in middle. Util all over B. And Fallen just going to spam. No one taking control here for MIBR. Just holding back passive. And 100 Thieves, yeah, they'll take banana with a smoke down. But that is of little value right now considering they're a man down. It does allow them to play AAA. And that's where MIBR are heading right now. But they can trade their way to a win, you would think.
Krat posted up over here towards the porch side with ZWP. Unscopes at the most inopportune time. No. But here's Azza. Flashed off and found out.
That unscope has just lost 100 Thieves around. Unless Grat can hit multiple kills here, this is going to be done. But they're not checking him. They're not looking at the site. Grat missing shots. This can't afford to happen. He follows up. Pistol out, but he will be overwhelmed eventually. Dear, oh dear. That was in the palm of his hand.
Wow.
Yeah, for a very unfortunate one. And these are normally the times that you can expect Gratisfaction to step on up. So that's not fantastic. They misses a couple of shots there that could have completely changed that round up. You don't want to put so much pressure on just, you know, having one guy have the round on his back. But, you know, it could have been a very, very different round had any one of those things gone the way of Gratisfaction. He was still able to get 2, but ultimately not enough. And MIBR now find themselves in the lead, 12-11. For a guy who has rat is fact in his name, I'd love to see something a little bit more ratty from Gratisfaction.
Rat is fact. New hashtag for you all to kind of
rat is fact.
Grab onto there. Not sure what context you'll use it in, but...
He also has rat action in his name, which is...
Or, you know, rat is faction. That's the faction he aligns with, perhaps.
One of the rodent kings.
Oh, well, we know there's a few.
Rodent kings, huh?
Yeah, well, this will get chaotic, but we'll move past it. 12-11. MIBR have taken the lead. Can you believe it? 5 T rounds in a row after 100 Thieves go 3-0 in the start of the CT half. It's been silent since, and this might not be an exception to that rule. Solo rifle and JKS, pistols around it, trying to fight banana. Fallen has held on to this time and time again. Crouched by the logs. He's got support from KNG, and yeah, there it is again. I love this bait play from MIBR. They do it a lot. One player at the bottom of B spams the car to draw in the attention. 100 Thieves peek off the back of it, trying to peek into the spray and get the kill, and then they get re-peeked by Fallen on a different angle, closer than they assume. MIBR are closer than 100 Thieves assume. They're already in B. Jacob, he's got to do it all.
Misses the spam. KNG wises up a little too late. Mayan's there to alleviate the pressure. Fur is lurking the long way round. This opens up a 2-on-3 over at the B bomb site. But with only pistols and a re-smoke down in CT, this round is undoable. At least you would assume that. One kill will come in, but that should be the end of the success story for 100 Thieves. They spot Mayan. It's Fur's wrap. Really should have this round in the bag.
He's not quite there yet, but now he is. And there you have it. In a round that was all but done, MIBR put themselves up to 13 and just 3 away from taking the series. Sort of surprising turn of events, given the MIBR that we've seen, and this is a good look for MIBR.
And this is the horrid thing. This is this same Inferno problem rearing its head for 100 Thieves yet again. Something they've spoke about in interviews, something that they know that has been a problem for this squad. And they've remained optimistic, picking Inferno a large majority of the time in these series.
And on top of this, former teammates of the once legend, and still somewhat legend in his own right, Chad Sponge Burchill, who may or may not be watching at home currently. Shout out to him and that of the Vox Imanor crew.
Here's something else. That little like smoke spam Molotov play over towards Banana, the first time I remember seeing a team pulling that in consistently, funnily enough, if I'm not mistaken, Hugo, was Renegades back at the Berlin Miners. We noted them doing it there, or maybe actually it was the Katowice Miners. It might have been the Katowice Miners. I think it was. So yeah, that was a strat that these guys were pulling in a hell of a lot back then. Just used against them, wielded by MIBR. Gratisfaction peeking down through Banana. Does spot that first man, Fallen. I don't want to mess with him at Banana. If I'm 100 Thieves, I'm so worried. CT side, T side doesn't make a damn bit of difference. Fallen always able to find a kill here, it feels like.
He's 7-3 in opening jewels right now on this map. Like, that's sick. He's not even been on the AWP on this T side, just rifling right now. And there's another one. Add it to the tally. Fallen in a 5-on-3 here for MIBR. Trying to pack up this win. Do 100 Thieves have anything left in the tank? The AWP is here on B. It's a fake execute, though. KNG setting up utility to keep Grat in position. This is a double setup under Balk. Could yield something here for 100 Thieves. And there's a spray. Liaz getting the bomb, and Azza assists him as well. Molly can cut this one off. Fern needs to get a frag right here, right now, and he does spray and pray, but not for the second kill. Taco is wrapped long enough, and he does get a quick tap just about through the head of Azza. The bomb picked up and secured on this A site. But Grat is here before they're ready. He might have the element of surprise.
Well, AWP, though, could prove to be a problem against these two Kriegs. He's smoked off from Porch, might give him a little bit of an advantage for view. And by that, I mean Taco just sees him faster than you. M14 there for the Brazilian side.
Oh, this must be a really horrible feeling for 100 Thieves, man. To have it happening again on Inferno, I don't know. It's always a weird one, because we've spoken to a few players from teams where we've seen like a map pick that used to be a go-to for them start to turn sour. And this feels like it could be another one. And that's always like a horrible situation to find yourself in, because how can something go from being a map that you feel so comfortable on to suddenly turning against you?
It does have something to do with, you know, other teams preparing for you, right? If MIBR have done their homework coming into this game, I'm sure they expected Inferno in the series. And also, I mean, MIBR Inferno, it's a map that they've, you know, through thick and thin, continued to play, sometimes to success, sometimes not. So it's not like, you know, MIBR are in unknown territory right now. They have plenty of maps played on Inferno. And right now they're showing that experience through. 14-11 up on an anti-eco. 100 Thieves are playing for overtime, and right now their time may be over. At least in this round. It's a 5-on-4. B contact is bailed here for MIBR. I'll set up utility instead and go for a standard execute, but I don't know if they're going to commit. That bomb seems to be peering out of B and maybe walking into the stack after all. 100 Thieves with their last smoke down in middle to stall this play. They do have 3 CTs on A, but not anymore. That rotation coming through, and oh no, have 100 Thieves just rotated as soon as MIBR bring the bomb back towards A. That could be awful. They're going to reconsider, and the right way, but with this utility going into B, do they believe it's a full execute, or do they fall for the fake?
Uh-oh. Yeah, so much attention being at least divvied out over here towards the B sites. Lias from the pit, and Jacob from the site side. This has gone horribly wrong so far for him. They have to recover this bomb.
How much ammo does Liaz have? Okay, still 8 bullets. He's been spamming this CZ away. I was getting worried. 10 seconds. Yeah, the pace is going to get picked up now for MIBR. They've got to deal with Liaz. They smoke him off. So the bomb plant can be found.
Wow. Uh-oh, do they know he's there?
Oh, Fallen goes back to deal with JKS. Liaz is the only question mark, and they've seen him. He had 8 bullets in the CZ when he started this clutch, now down to 5 to try and keep the dream alive for 100 Thieves, and Fallen has his name and number. MIBR 15-11, and they might be about to pick up their first win in the Pro League here versus 100 Thieves. 5 kills is all that separates them from that reality.
A sick attempt from Liaz. The last time we saw MIBR pop halls, there was Fallen in middle, throwing the flash over the roof towards Pit. That's why Liaz wasn't able to do anything. He was blinded off. This time, with MIBR having 2 players and Banana faking B, there was no utility to be thrown. It was a contact play. They were hoping 100 Thieves had fallen for it, but they had 3 players in A, and Liaz almost makes that round a reality.
Ooh.
Grat boosted over, even gets there just as the nade hits, but he'll see nothing towards second mid.
And that might prompt an early rotation. You know, didn't get any information. Did have the nade come in, so he knows that someone's over towards that side of the map, and that's why we see 3 players over here at A for the time being. Mayan doing a good job of keeping these players' attention fixated over towards mid. That's going to keep this 2-man hold at B for 100 Thieves. MIBR, are they going to try and throw in just a flat B execute, a site that they've been very, very good at taking to try and decide this game?
Good timing on the grenade there. But here it comes. Full force hit. MIBR 5 deep over here towards B. So far it's Jacob that's holding it down. Azza to help him. Mayern tries to find an avenue into the site and ultimately pays for it. JKS coming online, getting his 10th frag. And now just Fallen. 1v5. He's going to get out of there. You know what, guys? That's not going to work.
The idea there for MIBR was smoke close wall on blue and wrap CT. They wanted to get maybe behind the ruins and come in on the flank through coffins, but Azza has been playing in the CT spawn, and the reason being is we've been seeing a lot of executes towards B, and every time MIBR have gone for those contact plays, it has been exactly that, contact plays, without, you know, smokes coming over and the push being given away. So Azza plays in spawn to flash for his team and to assist coming through a smoke. Well, this time it's not smoked, and he wins his fight. MIBR having to save a single gun. They've got loads of money, but Fallen doesn't want to give them a Krieg either. That being said, they've already got 3, so whatever, really. But 4 is better than 3, so he'll keep on to this. And 4x3 is better than 16x9.
Okay, couple things we're going to fact check there.
I think Chris J, for example, would tend to agree with you, disagree with you, rather. He's a 5x4 gamer.
No.
And I relate to that on a spiritual level.
But why?
Because 5x4 is like the better 4x3.
But why, though?
I know, Trace, there's just something about it. Those bullets, they feel like they're hitting like never before. Maybe that's because we're finally playing over on ESCA, 128-tick servers.
That's right.
They annihilate the competition in terms of the 64-tick MM.
And I think it's esl.gg/ESCA, so go ahead and check that out. Opportune time for a plug. Let's hear all the sellout.
Yeah, MIBR making a lot of attempts at these fast plays, and 100 Thieves feel more than comfortable in these situations. Gratisfaction, oh, he's in with a 3rd. He lights up the scoreboard. He's trying to get 100 Thieves and cross into overtime, and he just might get them there with this performance. It's a flawless round for 100 Thieves. 13-15. Still plenty of money for MIBR to throw about the place and churn out another investment in this round, but that money is starting to run low.
Trace, there's never that much love when we go OT, is there?
No, I was just thinking about that. For some reason, you are correct.
You pray, you pray.
That's why I need a 1 dance. Got a Molotov in my hands.
Ooh. More bars? Not just Rush.
Saving the bars for the mixtape.
Okay.
Anyway, back into it. And weapons back in the hands of MIBR. Maybe we're going to see this B hit again. Right now, a lot of utility been dumped down there on Banana by 100 Thieves.
I just want MIBR to slow it down a bit. Go back to what was working. You know, you threw in a fast B, you got demolished. You throw in a fast A, you got demolished. So now, if they just go back to taking this apps default early on with banana control, that was what was their bread and butter all T-side long. I don't think there was any need to fix what wasn't broken here for MIBR. You know, maybe just looking to make a bit of a statement with like a big round-ending B push, but you know, it didn't come through that way. And so they do go back to this slower default now, spreading out across the map. And what this means is that, you know, a lot more utility has been used for 100 Thieves. They're not going to have as many of these Molotovs to deny the fast plays. And even more of this utility is getting stripped away now as top mid control is taken by MIBR. This is already shaping up to look like a much better round. Now it just comes down to hitting their shots. They've got the map control they were after.
Yeah, and here's Gratisfaction, set up to be a menace towards the arch, with the rest of the 100 Kriegs is spread out across the map.
Oh, he's going to go wide. No, he doesn't
Oh
see
my
them. He thinks it's clear they're going to rotate B. This is a big error, and I think he's reconsidering it. They're walking up long right now as we speak, and Grat's about to meet his maker. Quick shot with a jump to bait his crosshair away. Mayon is going to help out with the kill. Liaz in the pit has been a champion, but there's 10 seconds left, and he's dropped the bomb. He might have just won the round. He might be taking them to OT, but they need to get the kills. They can't get the bomb in time, and it's going to be a round for 100 Thieves. It was a great round for MIBR, but that one kill from Liaz, that one kill, dropping the bomb with 10 seconds.
And even him doubling back right there, not really trusting the call. That's a bit of intuition over there for the side of Grat, at least. Man, 15-14, 29 rounds of Counter-Strike. Now we're going to look at round 30. Can MIBR close the door here? Are we going to OT?
Ooh, we got a Mac 10 here. It's money problems more than anything, but does that mean a change of pace? Does that mean back into these fast rounds that have not worked on this T side? Utility going up banana. Mollies to follow. Look at the bomb, though. It's back to this same execute here for MIBR. The B fake with a contact play out of apartments. Last time they did this, Liaz mowed him down, and he has really come alive in this CT side. With the CZ alone, he did it. Now, at least he has a primary and a great grenade to follow. That's going to put a bit of a beating the way of MIBR. And with this position, he can avoid the flash. He doesn't. It comes out into his face, and he's going to get overwhelmed. There's a chance here.
Yeah, the comm came through, full rotation in now as the site has fallen to MIBR. Grat just trying to get a shot through the smoke.
Bombs on Balk.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Could this have gotten any more awkward here on round number 30? Bomb plant from Fallen.
This just buys time for 100 Thieves to set up to the retake. The molly on, the smoke on Moto rather, is now gone, and there's only a molly and a flash on Taco to hold.
Yeah, this is going to have to be a huge 3-on-4 hold from MIBR. We need heroics, and we need them now. For Fallen and Taco, the three old familiar faces. I've got to try and see this one across the finish line. Damage done by Fur. Fallen chimes in as well. It's down in the 2v2. Fallen, oh, lots of damage. JK has burnt out his teammate, and Taco takes it in round number 30. MIBR 3-on-4. They hold down that A site, and they lock in the 2-0 victory. Their first victory here in the Pro League as they best 100 Thieves. That's all from this game, but we still have a lot to talk about. Join us after the quick break. We're going to be breaking everything down and talking about what this means for the standings.
Phone number. No, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. I'm stead just for that one's gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you wanted, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move. Bringing summer to you.
Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
I was running round so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing